Hello there, Ms. Leanne. Thank you so much for choosing me to do your video to answer your question today. I do appreciate that. Hello there, everybody else who's just watching to check me out. Check out my skills, maybe I should say. So let's see here. Right now I am just clearing the cards for Ms. Leanne. This is the first internet reading of the morning. I've already done another pre-recorded or recorded reading. So second reading of the day. First one that's going to go on YouTube though. Life is good. Sunshine is out here. The birds have been talking, chirping. We have some big old blackbirds that make a lot of noise. They've been around this morning. I haven't heard them for a while, so it's kind of nice to hear them back around. And of course we have all of our little birds. There's a lot of house finches that live in my yard and have nests up under my back porch, so I've been hearing a lot of their pretty voices today. Alrighty. Cards are now clear, Ms. Leanne. And I want to get a sip of coffee before I start reading this question. Okay, so Leanne asks, my question is, should I move out of state or stay and just move to a different area? So basically we've got out of state or in state. I am going to narrow this down to one question. We're just going to ask if you should move out of state and assume that if that answer is no, then you should stay within the state. Or we could ask, should you just stay in the state and move to a different area? No. We're going to ask if you should move out of state. Should Leanne move out of state? La da da. Would it be best for Leanne to move out of state? That's our question right there. Would it be best for Ms. Leanne to move out of state? Boy, I'm really having to shuffle on these. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Well, you've got some interesting stuff coming up here. Let me just take a look and see what I can see. I can tell you the very first card that comes up says that if you move out of state, you're going to end up moving back into state. That's the very first thing. That's why I say this is interesting. Okay. La da 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 da. And you've got a mixed bag. As far as the yes or no part of this question, there's not a solid yes or no, so there's a tie. Usually when there's a tie, that just means Spirit wants to tell us more details, and maybe the answer isn't as cut and dried as what we might have thought. Okay, so first of all, if you do move out of state, you will be moving back into state. I see it coming up here as, what's going on? I've actually got two females showing up here. I really see you coming up as the water sign. I feel like this is you. So if you're not actually a water sign, you may have a rising that's water, or maybe your moon is water. I've seen that happen before too. But really, to me, this is more than about the sign. This is just telling about the personality. And so this is telling me that, you know, you are somebody who is sensitive. You pay attention to your emotions. You pay attention to your gut feelings. Sometimes those things are more important to you than actually logicking things out. And so I feel like the idea about moving out of state is kind of more of an emotional idea than a logical idea. So this is not something that if you would think it through, you would go, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Let me just hop up and move out of state. It's more of an emotional thing. doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. It just means, not people who think logically mostly and pay less attention to their emotions, first of all, aren't going to understand you. And sometimes if we normally operate in a way like that, it does pay to pay attention to logic to and factor that in. I think what you really need, rather than moving out of state, especially since we're seeing you would come right back if you did move out of state, is you just need some downtime. I feel like there's something that has happened more in your emotional life than in your tangible work life or whatever. I mean, it could be in your work life too, but I think it's affecting you more emotionally. Looks to me like either there's some kind of relationship situation or there's something, even if it's not a romantic relationship, this could be a friendship type relationship or a family relationship that has put you into kind of a funk where you would like to be away from any memories, be away from any chance encounters, be away from being in their clutches in any way as far as geographically or distance-wise. What you really need, though, is you just need some downtime. You need some time to process this, some time to work through this. Going to a different state really doesn't change the fact that you're going to need time to process and work through this. And so I don't see going to a different state as beneficial. It's just going to be kind of a distraction because there's going to be new things for you to learn and take care of and set up. But I don't see it as really a productive type of situation. And actually, I'm seeing that where you are right now, you are able to manifest the things that you want. You're able to make things happen. You've got that network of people that you work with, and you have a support network. You are just able, you have the resources to do whatever it is that you want to do and what you need to do where you are. So I am just really saying no, no, no. Please don't move. It's just going to be an expense and a headache, and you're going to end up coming back anyway. Last card here does talk to me about somebody else in the picture that's influencing this. This is more of a Queen of Swords type personality, but this is somebody who is more of a logical thinker. They don't pay as much attention to their emotions as they do to how things pan out in the thought processes. And so I see this person as influencing. I think it may be some kind of interaction with this person that has happened that has you thinking maybe it would be better for me to just get away and get out of this person's reach. But I also feel like things are, I'm hearing that things are going to calm down with this person. I don't think that you're going to be so agitated or bothered by this person. And I don't know that this person is actually like intentionally agitating or bothering you as much as it's that, because you are empathic, you are more sensitive, and because you have your feelings hurt and your pride is hurt, this other person just being around kind of brings that back to the surface without them trying to hurt you at all. So, at least, not at this point. So, yeah, I think things are going to calm down with that. I don't think that that is going to remain an issue, especially once you've had time to really process whatever this situation is, where it shows that you just need some downtime to be able to think things over and work things through in your mind. Moving to another state would be kind of an emotional reaction to something that really you can process and handle right where you are much more easily than picking up and moving. Okay, so that's what I found for you here today, Miss Leeann. I hope that makes sense for you. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the reading. For those of you who are watching and would like to have me answer a question for the low, low price of $6, all you have to do is go to my website, find the page that advertises that, and we can get that arranged. I do have other types of readings. I have recorded readings, which are completely private. Those are 1- and 2-question readings, which you get as an audio recording after I take the time to sit down with the cards in your question and look at what's coming up. And I also have live readings. Those come in 30, 45, or 60-minute increments, and they are priced accordingly. And then, and so of course you can do those in person, or we can do them over Skype or over the phone. I also offer Reiki. Most of the Reiki that I do is at a distance, so usually we're going to say that's over Skype or over the phone. But if you happen to be in the Golden, Colorado area, then we could always do a live reading in person. Same with the Reiki, we can always do that in person if you happen to be in the area. For those rest of you who are in the area, I also offer house clearings. So if you have a haunted house and it's bothering you, I'm the girl to call. And then also I do have an addiction relief service, which that can be done here in the local area or long distance, either way. And what's the last thing? Psychic parties I do. I like psychic parties. Either you can have a party and I can come and read for all of your guests, and we can negotiate how much of a reading they get and how long that'll last and all that good stuff. And the other way that this works is we can have a psychic party where I help your guests and yourself develop and explore your own intuition. Either one is lots of fun. So, and those are both for in the local area, unless you just happen to want to pay my travel to someplace that I might like to see. I'm dreaming there, but hey, everybody gets to, right? So anyway, those are the services that I offer. I hope to be of a help to you in one way or another here before long. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and have a great day. Peace out, and thanks again, Ms. Leeann.